Well, so many people watching Utopia online, on the air, just following the next episode coming your way on Fox 7 on Friday night. And we've got Dan Piraro, the host, narrator of Utopia, talking a little bit about it. Dan, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit about, for people who may know you from your other day job of going on, what, 30 years now with Bizarro. How did you go from that to Utopia?
Yeah, exactly. It's hey, that's been it makes my head spin as well. I was, I'm sitting at home and cartooning, and a buddy of mine who happens to be a reality show producer called me and said, "I'm working on a new show this fall called Utopia, and we're looking for interesting, different kinds of narrators. Would you like to audition?" So I did. Lo and behold, I got the job, and then a week before the premiere, they said, "Let's put this guy on camera." And boom, there I was on TV. I had no idea this was going to happen. I wasn't even trying. I keep telling people I was accidentally cast on a TV show.
and that's exciting, a great turn of events. That's got to be so much fun in and of itself for you personally. But talk about the content of Utopia. I mean, it's fascinating, unlike any reality TV we've seen, really.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very much different than other kinds of reality show television. It's not a contest. They're not trying to get a recording contract or win money. There are no retakes. There's no suggestions, no plots. It's entirely, there are no, the people inside the compound are being filmed by 130 robot cameras. And it's not like walking around like robots, but they're just, attached to trees and fence posts and things. And so everything that goes on inside is entirely up to the people that are participating. They have no contact with the outside world or the crew in any way. So everything you see there is true reality. It actually is just happening the way these people are living their lives. So they're living life under a microscope, which is kind of a pressure cooker, which makes it an interesting study of human behavior, I think.
Yeah, and for you as the host and narrator of it, every other reality show, you do interviews, you kind of, I don't want to say shape the narrative, but sometimes they do on these shows. And this, we did talk to the producers already, so much content, so much conflict right off the bat, it's hard to figure out how to even put this all together in an hour.
It is. They were given a small amount of money and a certain amount of food to start out with, and then they have to start making money and getting their own, taking care of their own needs very, very quickly. And so right off the bat, there were major arguments about how they should arrange all of this. But now, after a few weeks, they're beginning to cooperate. Everybody's getting hungry, they're running low on food, and now they have to cooperate. And they're starting to come together to get some things done. And that's an interesting development, I think. It shows you something about human nature.
It is interesting because some of these people are so polar opposite in every single way imaginable. To see them come together now.
Absolutely.
And to see that come together now, and to see how the show started off, frankly, does that surprise you, that they are coming together in this way?
It didn't surprise me too much because that's the thing is that, when people have basic needs, it's like the United States. When another country attacks us, suddenly everybody's on the same page. And I think that's what's happening in Utopia. At first, everybody's on a different page trying to force their own will. But now that they're running out of food, they're running out of money, they have to come together and cooperate and get something done. And I think we've all had this feeling about America with politics. When we've got a problem, we need to come together and get something done. So I find that to be an interesting aspect of the show, microcosm of the entire country.
Certainly, and we're interested to see where it goes from here. Dan Piraro from Utopia. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thanks very much. Austin's one of my favorite towns in the country, by the way.
Wonderful. Well, come see us.
I do.
Very cool. Thanks, Dan.